What up YouTube, it's your boy Korean Juice here with another reaction video, and I was gonna cover the Johnny Somali situation or Jack Doherty, but I already made videos a while back and nothing's changed. There's no reason for us to give this person any more attention than they're already getting. Same piece of just a different day, different country. We're gonna go ahead and watch this video on the new DBD character, Dead by Daylight. Apparently in Dead by Daylight, the trans community is outraged by this new character. Now, if you don't know, my stance about the they them is force them to transition, make them get the surgery. Within a few years of them fully transitioning, about 3 to 5 years, it's like 100% unalive rate. And if you don't know, the first pronouns were black and white. So I have to identify as yellow because you identify as black or white? I don't think so, alright? I don't think so. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this.
Alright, man. So as a semi-gamer, I'm not really as active as I used to be. There's some drama in the gaming community that I wanted to talk about, specifically the Dead by Daylight community, as that's the game that I'm most active on nowadays. And there was this new release, right? A new update, as Dead by Daylight has a good amount of them per year. You know, different themes, different killers, different survivors, different perks, all that, right? And recently, Dead by Daylight just had their All Things Wicked update, where there's a new survivor by the name of Sable Ward, who apparently has had some history with Michaela Reed, the witch. They both are kind of like witches, necromancers. They have access to powers that other survivors do not, right? Through witchcraft. But also in this update, there's this new killer by the name of The Unknown. And I'm not going to lie, this unknown killer is creepy as fuck. It's scary as shit and ugly as hell. Like, look at this shit right here. Oh, hell no. I was playing the game earlier today, and I'm not gonna lie, this killer's kind of overpowered. It has projectiles that if you land 2 or 3 of them, you go down as a survivor. And the lunging of this character, kind of OP. And also on top of that, it can teleport. So yes, I am kind of pissed off at the moment. But the drama surrounding this update involves the trans community, and the trans community is outraged. The very details that I'm about to get into right now. But before we get into all of that, please like the video, sub to the channel if you're new, hit the bell icon, and go to the option for all notifications so you can always be alerted for all my videos. Like, literally hit the all notifications icon so you never miss a video. Also, since I banned literally everybody from my Discord server, as a lot of people were inactive and I only want active members in the community, if you were previously in there, rejoin the Discord server by using the link in the description. It'll also be pinned in the comment section for ease of access as well. Once you join, please try and keep the weirdo shit to a bare minimum, or else I'm likely gonna ban you forever. You're not gonna get a second chance. I'm sorry. That being said, let's get into it. According to
Yeah, make sure you like. What is that quote? Don't be afraid of being different. Be afraid of being like everyone else.
Drama Alert, they say Dead by Daylight hired a transgender woman to voice a character and didn't show them the design. And once the voice was recorded, gameplay of the creature was released for a creature called The Unknown, as we can see in the video right now, which is a deformed mutant in a skirt that appears to have hung itself. Now,
Forced to transition.
the fact that we all already know, not all, but a lot of people in the trans community have had a lot of issues in their lives dealing with mental health, and there are a lot of suicides in the trans community, whether it's by drugs.
It's a self-solving problem. Just force them to transition. In a couple of years, we never have to deal with this again. It's not like they're reproducing, are they?
Hangings, slitting of wrists, or ODing. The trans community does have the highest, I believe, suicide, or if not one of the highest suicide rates in America. Correct me if I'm wrong. The fact that this creature was made in the similarities of a tall, male-looking creature with a broken neck and a skirt and a dress, I can't see how a person who does identify as a male to female trans individual, who does still retain some of their male features, would be offended by this. Now, the reason for why all this is going viral at the moment is not only necessarily because of the way this creature was made and that it was voiced by a trans person, and that trans person wasn't aware of how the creature looked before, allegedly. It's also because this creator by the name of Ricky Berwick, yes, the disabled, almost semi-paraplegic looking motherfucker, who's funny as shit, millions of followers all over the place, posted a meme to his page that says, your profile pic with an anime looking chick with the trans flag colors as her hair dye versus you in real life with the—
Yo, what do I say about people that use anime pictures? Cartoon pictures. Came across a channel where a chick was like this. She was fat.
the latest killer in Dead by Daylight, of a disfigured looking dude who hung himself and came back to life as this creepy ass weird looking cross-dressing monster in a dress. And As you can imagine, a lot of trans people are calling him transphobic. This person by the name of Renee Yokai Watch said, "Not surprised. Ricky Berwick is transphobic. Man's a genuine piece of shit." And to be honest, I genuinely have no dog in the fight. I do see the similarities. I can understand how this can come off as transphobic. Personally, to me, as far as I can see, everything is literally transphobic to a lot of individuals in the trans community. For what reasons, I may not know. It's out of my scope of perception. I'm not in these people's minds. I can't relate to them. So therefore, I would literally have to sit down and talk to a trans person and have them explain to me as to why trans people.
You can make fun of everyone. You can body shame Asian people. They're not out here being like, oh, you're Asian phobic. But in the transgender community, you have to say they're beautiful or you're a transphobe. If you don't like trans people, that means you're secretly trans. That was the insult that kids used in the 80s and 90s. You don't like gay people? You know why? It's because you're secretly gay. Oh, you don't like eating vegetables? Oh, it's because you love vegetables, actually. You don't like eating Mexican food? It's because you love Mexican food. What kind of logic is this? Have you ever grown plants? Tell me the difference between a male plant and a female plant of the cannabis variety. Maybe we should wait until the plant gets to the flowering stage and say, hey, what would you like to identify as? Would you like to produce seeds or would you like to produce buds?
People appear to be almost offended by everything. But be that as it may, it seems like a lot of straight people are on Ricky Berwick's side. Some people are saying, I hate how the internet has become so sensitive. Another person said, imagine getting heated at Ricky Berwick for roasting you. Spangled Shimmer said, nobody cares about being called ists or phobes anymore. Internet Coping said, rare Ricky Berwick W. People said they're soft. Mushi Slayer said, amount of transphobes in the comments here disgust me. Y'all are disgusting. Tommy said, Jesus Christ, people are mad about this? People want any reason to be mad, and it has to be the most miserable way to live. Yikes. Somebody said it's just a mere joke. Another person said, straight people have never voiced grotesque characters before. Another person said, I don't see the issue here. It looks like an accurate representation to me. Okay, I mean, Flash said, looks like they nailed the design. Contra said, I thought trans people wanted more representation. Gamble said, I'm so confused about the issue. A trans person did voice acting for a horror genre game, and the character they voiced looks like a monster out of the horror genre game. Am I missing something, or is this just your typical far-left Californian screaming oppression for attention? Violent Fights says, this is funny. Son of Krypton said, the unknown, laughed my fucking ass off. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people, most, like 99% of the people in these comment sections kind of just don't give a fuck. They're laughing at the situation. And according to this video right here, though, as we can see here, a voice actor by the name of Zoe Alexandria said, regarding my recent viral witch hanging, I voiced the character, the unknown, in Dead by Daylight. At the time of voicing, it was a great experience. I was told at the time I was voicing the character that there was no model and that the creature was supposed to be immortal. They had no model design before I recorded my lines, so it's my assumption that the design team took my medical history and my ability to use multiple voices as an opportunity to create character models that encapsulate my medical history as trans and capitalize on catering to the transphobic community. I was tricked in.
So what? This new generation is so soft. They live on the internet. These people don't actually get bullied in real life anymore. I grew up in a time where I couldn't even walk from point A to point B without people kicking my backpack, tripping me, like pushing me into lockers. Cyberbullying isn't real.
To voicing a stereotype. Since yesterday, I have been virally harassed for being trans by thousands of people since yesterday. Many folks in the trans community are up in arms.
Good. If I say the wrong opinion, you know what people go after? They go after my race. They go after my appearance. Just grow a pair. It's hilarious that you even care what these random strangers have to say about it.
Over this, and rightfully so. I feel that reparations from the team that deliberately tricked me is the only logical next choice of action, meaning that they want money from this. I am so upset, so infuriated that people are comparing trans people to these clearly transphobic character skins. Oh, hell no. I mean, listen, man. I'm not gonna lie. If I were trans, I would be mad at this shit too, bro, because this shit looks disgusting. Holy. I mean, check this shit out right here. God damn. Yeah. And after all this commotion,
That is kind of hilarious. It's like a vagina that has a penis that comes out of it. That's some funny ass
and drama, this is how Ricky Berwick decided to respond to the situation.
Honestly, Ricky, how did you not see the trans flag on the hair?
I honestly didn't know that.
Well, you should probably delete it.
Well, it's a little too late to delete it.
Why?
If I delete it, then I would have to apologize. And then people will say, oh, he's guilty, he's backpedaling. Bro, that's not gonna be me.
Well, people think you're transphobic now.
I wasn't trying to be transphobic. You know this. I love everybody.
Yeah, except for bitches.
Okay, except for bitches.
Yeah, yo, Ricky Burrick's like,
You identify my bitches with AP. She ain't got an AP, she is not mine. She belongs to the street.
From experience, Ricky, delete it.
I'm not deleting it. It's only gonna make things worse.
It's already worse.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
No!
Delete it.
I'm not deleting it!
It's gonna make things better.
Won't make everything better!
Do it, transphobe.
God damn it! There!
Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry, Rick.
I'm not gonna say I'm sorry!
Transphobe. Transphobe. Transphobe.
I'm
Transphobe.
sorry, okay?
well, that was a way of apologizing, I guess. And by the way, in case anybody's curious, this is the trans person who voiced the character. Apparently, they are a professional voice actor. They say I'm a transgender woman in her 20s who teaches trans voice professionally at a reasonable rate. And here is a snippet of the services they provide on their YouTube channel of their vocal range.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breeze seems to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me.
So yeah, I mean, pretty good. I'll give them kudos on that. And I see why Behavior, which is the dev company for Dead by Daylight, hired them. However, Behavior actually didn't have any character models for this and didn't shed any type of light on what they were about to do in terms of who this voice actor was going to be acting as. Then that's kind of messed up. But do let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about the entire situation? Obviously, I just provided information about the story. I didn't really share my thoughts, as you know, I'm not trying to get canceled, man. I'm just honestly like the video, sub to the channel, leave all your comments, concerns.
You see what I'm saying? This guy's not even showing his face. He's afraid to speak out about this. At least give me a like. Leave a comment below. This is insane that people are so afraid of cancel culture, and here I am just speaking my mind, giant cojones. I thought freedom of speech was a thing. Am I making death threats? Am I endangering anyone? Absolutely not. Oh, that's right, I'm endangering the trans community from existing. It just blows my mind that we live in this society where these types of content creators are so afraid of saying anything.
Down below in the comment section, and join the Discord server. All links are down below. And until next time,
The giant pops out of this and shoots. That's so funny to me. This is probably the funniest things I have seen from the gaming development community in a very long time. Kudos to Dead by Daylight, right? Give a little golf clap for Dead by Daylight. Most of these content creators are so afraid of speaking their mind and saying things. You even saw this guy like, I'm not gonna say anything, I'm not trying to get canceled. Who cares? Let me know what you think, or don't. If you're offended by anything I say, that's on you. I'm not out here getting offended by what other people say about me. I read those comments and I laugh. It's not a big deal. Who are these people? Why would you let them get in your head? It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, feel free to subscribe here, and feel free to watch some of my other content that's not really for this soft generation. Have a good one.